the South Carolina Gamecocks and the University of Tampa Spartans. Thanks for joining us, everyone. My name is Dillon Clark. I'll be doing this one by myself tonight, but the Gamecocks certainly will not. The number 10 seed in this tournament facing off the number 3 seed in Tampa, and the Gamecocks a bit of a strange road in order to get to this tournament. The ACHA South takes the top 10 teams into this regional tournament. The top 2 seeds get automatic bids to nationals. They don't even have to go through regionals at all. So 3 through 10 battle it out. The Gamecocks finished their regular season as a 12 seed. But thanks to the dropping out of Embry-Riddle and the University of Georgia, the Gamecocks clip up 2 slots into that number 10 and final seed, and it's going to be an uphill battle every inch of the way for them. I had a chance to talk with head coach of the Gamecocks, Alan Serwa, after a hiatus from this tournament back in 2018. The Gamecocks are back in it. Their last appearance was a 1-0 overtime loss to the University of South Florida back in 2017, just Coach Serwa's second year with the Gamecock club. He's back here in 2019, and the Gamecocks face off against a Tampa team who is firing on all cylinders. After a bounce-back year, last year was a rebuild. Had a chance to talk to the head coach of Tampa. Last year was a rebuild. This year, tons of freshmen, 15 of them, in fact, only 3 seniors. It's a very young group here for the Spartans, and that has contributed a lot to the speed game, which has found them 19 wins so far on this season. These are 2 teams that have been eyeballing each other a lot, and it's going to be 2 teams that are going to be squaring off here tonight in a huge physical matchup. Physicality was huge in the Gamecocks' last outing, a 5-4 shootout loss in Clemson at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena. A charity game turned into an all-out brawl. Due to that little scuffle, Duncan Hickman will be out of the lineup tonight due to a suspension. The Gamecocks will have a lot of other players who were unable to make it due to injury or just not being able to make the tournament here. We'll get back into that later on after the pregame show here. But players to watch tonight for South Carolina, without a doubt, Cam Mecca. He's been all over the place this year for the Gamecocks, 25 points on the season. He leads the Gamecocks in all offensive categories. And for the University of Tampa, Josie Davis and Evan Hoffenberg have 31 points each. They lead their respective offenses, and the Gamecocks will have to do everything in their power with their short bench to shut down those 2 players. When we come back, it'll be the start of the game here. University of South Carolina and the University of Tampa here on the Capital City Sports Network. Stay with us.
You are watching the Capital City Sports Network on SGTV.
All right, welcome back to the Capital City Sports Network as we are just about to get underway here. Gamecocks facing off against the University of Tampa. South Carolina finishing their regular season record of 10-8. The shootout loss to Clemson just a couple of nights ago does not count as it was an exhibition. Tampa finishes their season 19-8, 2 overtime losses and 2 draws. In goal tonight, our starting goaltender, Zach Lynch between the pipes for South Carolina, 7 wins on this season's campaign. And for the University of Tampa, Salvatore Corallo, 14 appearances, 8 wins for him. The Gamecocks will go with Jake Tenji's first line, Cam Mecca on the left, Nick Pizzo on the right, Brian Soar and Evan Hoey on defense. We are down and underway here in Huntsville. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, the Capital City Sports Network here in Alabama. Tampa goes D-to-D. They'll throw this one out through center ice, swatted at there. Nick Pizzo gets in after it. Bouncing puck ends up just in front of the South Carolina line. Picked up again by the Spartans. At the red line, dumped back in. Back to get it now, Brian Soar for South Carolina. Soar facing pressure. Loose puck pops all the way back out to the point where it can be held in. Thrown right on goal there. Stock knocked down in front. Try to curl a secondary shot on the net. Angelo Picarello there. The puck ends up in behind the Gamecock net. Wrapped all the way back up around the boards by Josie Davis. Gamecocks, if you haven't noticed, got some new uniforms. All white for them. Garnet up around the shoulders. Garnet piping, black as well around the waist, elbows, and socks. Some sharp uniforms here in the big debut here at Regionals. Fan on attempt there by Luke Rudman. Dropping back to play defense tonight as the Gamecocks are a short bench. Nick Peters and Avery Pruden unable to make the tournament. And now a chance for Bobby Van Dusen. Down the left side, shoots one just wide of that right goal post. Wraps all the way back around. Brian Soar back on the ice here. They'll go D-to-D. Intercepted there at center ice. Trying to be picked up there by Eric Pedro. Brought back ahead 2-on-1. Backhand shot there. Just got the blocker on it there. Zach Lynch. That right hand flashing over to deny Pedro on the far side. Gamecocks pick it up with 18:39 to go. And again, a steal in the offensive zone for Tampa. In behind the net. Centering pass. Picked up in the slot. Shoots one. He scores off the goalpost. Waved off. That shot in and out just as quickly. It looked like it was in the back of the net. Crossbar and out. We'll stay at 0-0 here. 18.5 to go in the first period. We've already had our first close call of the night. Captain for the University of Tampa, Nick Kerslick. Bringing it back now, South Carolina. Shooting one, blocker save there by the goaltender, Corallo. Again, in defensive territory. After a big collision there, Tampa picks it up. Kerslick goes D-to-D. And the Spartans will just wait patiently here as Nick Pizzo sets up shop in front of Corallo's net. Out to the far side now, just too far for Joseph Zidin. And in behind the net, Zach Lynch going to stick into the corner for Evan Hoey. Wraps this one around, picked up by Captain Jake Tenji, stumbling down there. And a turnover offensive zone here for Tampa. Swatted back out by the Gamecocks. They'll just try to get the pressure off here. And down that left side, Cam Mecca. 15 goals on the season, shoots one, just catches the helmet there of the goaltender Corallo. And a whistle and a face-off here with 17:35 to go in this first period. Scoreless we are. Much the contradiction of what I thought was a goal there off the bar, coming down that wing there. Fantastic shot there. Tampa getting their looks in early. Off the draw, defensive zone face-off, won by the Spartans. A dribbler down the far side wall. Pressure from Corey Hawkinson. Bouncing puck settled down by Ian Powderly. Gamecocks roll with 3 offensive lines. Powderly, the extra forward, that 13th man rotating in up front. He'll be sporadically in and out of the forward lines. Right now, he's with Zach Weeks and Corey Hawkinson. Puck drifts back in towards Dylan Jacob, also filling on defense. Jacob and Rudman, as we had a chance to talk to Sirwa, the only 2 Gamecock forwards who actually play D. We've got a broken stick. Blake Drummond's going to have to hustle off. Drummond gets to the net. Puck played back in. Gamecocks have it. Ill-advised pass there. Goes just past the broken stick of Blake Drummond. Sticked into the corner. Oakley's got it. D-to-D pass thrown all the way back out over that red stripe. Drifting back in and icing waved off here. 16:44 to go in this scoreless first period. Shots right now at 2-0 South Carolina. Tampa having a great opportunity there, but it rang right off the goalpost. Does not count as a shot on goal. In Tampa territory, they'll go D-to-D. Picked up there on the far side by Christian Kukas. Thrown back in off the shin guard there of Luke Rudman and in behind Zach Lynch's net again. Hard after that play, Angelo Picarello. Loose puck right around in front. Shoots one. Save made by Lynch. Point blank, a slap shot from Ryan Murray. 6 goals on the season. He is denied a 7th. A great sliding save down low by the goaltender Lynch. Just over 16 minutes to go here in the first period. Talked in the not the intermission, we haven't had one of those yet. Talked in the pregame about the youth of this University of Tampa team. 15 freshmen in total, and as I said, 3 seniors. Similar to South Carolina, about 13 new players this season, 5 seniors for them that will graduate. Youth has invigorated both clubs here. Living proof of that is in 2 regional candidates right here. Skirmish along the far side, kicked at there by the right skater Ryan Murray. Still it's loose, they'll let him play, and finally worked free off the back of a helmet there by Evan Hoey. Knocked down again, Ronan Egan after it. Luke Rudman as well. Rudman stable guns his man to the boards, coming late in that pile, Matthew McCarthy. Again, another scrum ends up in the South Carolina corner. Finally worked out by Ronan Egan. Egan battles for it hard. Joseph Zeiting gets away with it, and Rudman swats it back again for Egan. Gamecocks having extreme trouble getting out of their defensive zone here. Tampa doing a great job of keeping the pressure on until just now. Egan just going to get to the red line and throw this one in on goal, where it's kicked aside by the right pad of Salvatore Corallo. A team that rotates 3 goaltenders. Corallo, the only junior. We got a deflection here, puck out of play. Faceoff will come back in the neutral zone. Corallo, the only junior. The other 2 goaltenders, Miles Ditkoff and Ethan Marsh, freshmen, each of them. Ethan Marsh, we talked to head coach tonight for the Spartans, Lance Tackett. Marsh was recruited by him specifically. Had some time spent in juniors, played in the Minnesota High School Hockey League, played in that fantastic Minnesota High School Hockey tournament. They have the XL Energy Center. And now a stretch pass here. Cam Mecca gloves it down that left wing, shooting one again, right on. And another save down low by Corallo. Some more after. We expect nothing less from these 2 teams. And another draw will come here to the right of Salvatore Corallo. Despite spending the majority of the first period in defensive territory, the Gamecocks are out shooting their opponent as of right now. Off the draw, Mecca's shot knocked down in front. Loose it comes, picked up there by Nick Kuzlik, captain of these University of Tampa Spartans, and this puck drifts all the way back out where Brian Sork can pick it up in friendly territory. Got some unfriendly sweaters staring him down, though. He'll be content to just throw this puck all the way back down into Spartan territory. Jake Tenji hard on the forecheck. Puck comes free to Cam Mecca. Mecca takes it right to the net, goes in behind the goal, looks for a pass right around in front. Can't feed it through to Nick Pizzo. And this puck thrown back out to the far side, picked up by Tampa. They'll come 3 men strong. They'll send one to the bench. Just dump this one in behind Brian Soar. And 1 man in on the forecheck is Pedro. Soar off the dasher for Hoey, in behind the net. Evan Hoey out off the skates of Zach Weeks. Turnover again. Gamecocks have 3, 4, maybe even 5 defensive zone turnovers. It hasn't made them pay yet. But that shot off the crossbar. Now, point shot there, kicked out by Zach Lynch, pops right up into the air. Soar swats this one, and it's gloved down there at the center point by Zeidan. Picked up by South Carolina, lifted out towards center, knocked down, played through. And Tampa gets it right back. They'll shovel it through past Alex Siegfried. And Evan Hoey decides he's going to be the man that's rifle this one off the glass and back out of danger. We've played 6 minutes here in this first period. Still looking for our first goal of the night. Tampa shoots this one off the dasher. Point chance here. Shooting one, fanned on in the slot. Backhander just goes wide. Big opportunity there for Corey Hawkinson. Having some trouble finishing. Started the season strong, 6 goals. Has gone quite a few nights without a tally. Corey Hawkinson, regardless. And a turnover here. Van Dusen, slot shot, knocked down in front. Save made, rebound, and again, Siegfried is denied. 3rd chance there. Corey Hawkinson, the late man, getting in. And 1, 2, 3. Salvatore Corallo knocks down all 3 of those Gamecock shots on goal. And we will look further for our first goal of the night here. 13:45 to go in the first period. Corallo going to make the Gamecocks work for it. Ronan Egan to take the offensive zone draw for South Carolina. Blake Drummond's got a fresh twig from the bench there. Chance in the slot, knocked down in front. Picked up and taken the other way by William Cody. Down that right wing, gets in past Blake Drummond, shovels it in behind Zach Lynch to play it. Lynch in some trouble, he gets caught in between. Turnover here, Tampa's got it. Lynch scrambles to get back to his net. He got lucky there. Down on the far side, puck played free. Cody slaps this one back in after it this time. Gavin Crockett. Crockett on the reverse, he's out there with Carter Haynes. Right around in front, Zach Lynch gets the cover there and a whistle. Face off here with 13:15 to go in this first period, and a bit of a miscommunication here. We see the jitters not entirely gone here. Zach Lynch goes back behind that net to play the loose puck. And 2 of those Spartans meet him back there. Defenseman able to bail him out. Shot there right off the faceoff, knocked down in front. Off the shin guard of Luke Rudman, picked up by Nick Pizzo. Chip past the defenseman, Pizzo still in after. Tenji's the trailer. This puck swatted all the way back out. Going to be a chance the other way. Picking it up, Joseph Zeidin shoots one top of the circles, and that one ends up in the boards behind Zach Lynch. Puck comes all the way back around. Glove down there at open ice by Logan Underwood. Offsides on Cam Mecca. We'll have another whistle and a face-off here outside. And the Gamecocks will leave these guys on. The lines so far for tonight, I talked to Alan Sirwell before the game. He said there'd be a lot of line shuffling. But to start and where we stand right now, Cam Mecca on with Jake Tenji, Nick Pizzo on the right side. Alex Siegfried and Bobby Van Duzen have Ronan Egan in between them. Matt Owen, Corey Hawkinson, and Zach Weeks make the third line. And as I said, Ian Powderly rotating through. Offense is on chance. Tenji tries to redirect one on net. A bit of a heel tip there right in front. And that one knocked down before it even gets to the net. The captain, Kuzlik, has it. They'll go D to D, try to bring it out with 3 Gamecocks down low, forechecking. Saucer pass just too high for the stick of Murray. Ends up in Gamecock ice, picked up though. Loose puck right around in front, coming free to deny a chance there. Angelo Piccarello shut down there by Luke Rudman. Piccarello kicks this one free. He's still going to battle for it, gets it out of Rudman's skates. Piccarello centering pass there. Off the skate of Cam Mecca, brought out to the near side, and he's going to throw this one up off the glass. In past the defenseman. Weeks going to try to negate the icing. He will not be able to, and we'll have a little bit more here after the face-off. After the whistle, rather. Ryan Ritter, one of the alternate captains for Tampa, getting involved there with Ronan Egan. Kyler Wusiga and Ryan Ritter, the alternate captains for Tampa. Nick Kuzlik, the captain out of Rochester, New York, and for South Carolina. As it has been all season, Nick Pizzo and Duncan Hickman, the alternate captains. Hickman suspended tonight. He has played one of his final games in a South Carolina uniform. Jake Tenji, the captain tonight, as he's been for quite a few years now for South Carolina. Over 65 points in his Gamecock career, and whether or not this is the last game for some of these seniors, it's going to be one to remember. Fighting for their hockey careers right now, those 5 Gamecock seniors. Into offensive territory, lowering the shoulder now, right on goal, shot, save made there by Zach Lynch. He denies Stephen Buck. Buck lowered the shoulder and just charged right in on goal there on Zach Lynch and bringing it ahead. Corey Hawkinson tries to curl his way around him, man. He gets shut down there by Christian Kukas. Brought back out. Hawkinson's not done with him, though. Out through center. Near side, Eric Pedro going to let one go. Easy stick save there by Zach Lynch, but he's got to control that rebound a little better. Swatted out there by Brian Soar. Gamecocks just clinging to life here as Tampa applies the pressure here in the early stages of the hockey game. Picked up by Buck. He'll go around the boards there, picked up by Jake Payne. Payne going to go D to D again in behind that net. 2 more Gamecocks, forechecking down low. Reinforcements arrive. Pedro brings it in, shoots one top of the circles. That one goes wide. Lynch has to get back to his net. Soar back in after it. Wraps this around the boards and pops awkwardly off a skate. Motoring on through here. Gamecocks can't get it out. Van Duzen and Ronan Egan both shut down as they try to exit the zone. And Evan Hoey, the follow-up crew, is going to hammer this one back into the far side. Alex Siegfried after it. Controlled by Josie Davis. 31 points on the year for Davis, a defenseman. 14 goals and 17 assists. And after it is Evan Hoey. Gets in after Davis. Pops around in that near side corner. Still he comes free. No Gamecocks on that far side. Evan Hoey being hollered at to get off the ice here by Alan Sirwell. Short bench, don't want to get caught out there. Now a chance back the other way for Tampa. Centering pass right around in front. Knocked down there by Blake Drummond. Great breakup right there. Mike Wise gets shut down on that right wing. A bit of a miscommunication there. Bobbling of the puck. But Wise has it again. Swatted out of the air by a high stick by Jacob. Is he going to touch it? He will. And that will signal another face-off here with 10:08 to go in the first period off the high sticking call there by Dylan Jacob. Off the restart, we will go to the right of Zach Lynch. As end-to-end as this hockey game has been, only 8 shots on goal. Gamecocks have 5 of them off the draw there. Gamecocks win it. Jacob able to swat that one free, knocked down along the boards. Picked up again by Tampa. Barnes will wrist this one free. It comes along again. Pizzo picks this one up, lifts it out towards center. Leaping play there, and unable to hold that puck in was Ryan Ritter. They'll bring it in again. Drop-off pass. Shooting one. Save made there by Zach Lynch. Big blocker save to deny Carter Haynes. Point play held in. Shooting one and another one off the cuff of that glove. Nick Kuzlik, rebound chance, and again Zach Lynch. He gets bowled over right in that South Carolina crease. He goes down, and he's in some discomfort here. We'll have a whistle. We got a delayed penalty as a couple of players end up on top of Zach Lynch. A bit of a dangerous play there And we have our first penalty about halfway through this first period. We will wait on the word here to see who's going to go where and for what. It's going to be Blake Drummond. Drummond going to sit for an interference call. So an already shortened defensive core, 4 natural defensemen out there. It is knocked down to 3 natural defensemen with Blake Drummond in the penalty box. Power play opportunity here for the University of Tampa. They'll go to the near side. Work it from the top of the circles down below. Fan on attempt there. Tyler Oakley gets in after for the Gamecocks. He gets it free, but Stephen Buck's going to settle that one down. Buck waiting patiently, watched there by Pizzo. They'll go back down low. Buck lets this one go past. Controlled at the point there by Underwood. They move it again, back down low. Bang, bang play right around in front. Unable to connect on it with Stephen Buck. And now racing after this one shorthanded is Nick Pizzo. They will make the simple play off the boards in behind. And again, Pizzo still forcing these opportunities for Tampa. Making the power play restart here. Picked up again, streaking down that right wing will be Underwood. Underwood, shot goes wide into the glass. Picked up again by Tampa. They'll work this one right around in front, in the slot. Point chance, creeping in and shooting one. That one goes over the glass again. Josie Davis, 14 goals on the season. He's gonna get that puck again right now. Josie Davis controls, looks one, throws one on goal, and that one just kicked out by the left pad of Zach Lynch. Under a minute to go on the penalty to Blake Drummond. Stutter step there. Davis has it again. Top of the point. Lets it back down to Hoffberg. Back down low, right around in front. Open net chance. Zach Lynch denies that one. One pass too many. Follow-up chance knocked down in front. Oakley keeps that one from going in. Van Dusen able to swat this one through. The Gamecocks take a sigh of relief here. 38 seconds to go on the man advantage for Tampa. A wide open net for Evan Hoffberg along that near side. And he just decides to throw that one into the slot. And Oakley knocks that one down. Again, on the power play, they'll bring this one in. Second unit on now. Ryan Ritter along the near side. Throws one in front and a one-time chance. Mike Wise just put that puck wide. 18 to go on the penalty. 7:54 to go in the first period. Right around in front again. And this one swatted all the way back down by Ronan Egan. And played by the goaltender Salvatore Corallo. And that'll do it. Final seconds here as Blake Drummond steps back out onto the ice. The Gamecocks dodge a bullet there. Turned over. Going to be a chance for Egan. Going towards the net. He's hooked. Follow chase. They score! Cam Mecca on the open net. Goal number 16 on the season. And the Gamecocks go out to a 1-0 lead here in Huntsville. Great play right at the end of a power play. Everybody wants to get the new personnel on. Those power play guys have been out there for a while for Tampa. Ronan Egan just lowers the shoulder and goes powering in towards the net. Doesn't get a great opportunity, but he draws the penalty and on the delayed call. Corallo goes over to play the puck there, sliding from his right to his left, and it's a tap-in goal for Cam Mecca. Goal number 16 on the season for Mecca. And that is about as good of a start as you can hope for here for South Carolina. Big penalty kill and a big even strength goal right after. Now being outshot by Tampa 7-6. We got a penalty up on the board here. Ryan Ritter in the box for Tampa. The goal by Cam Mecca will be unassisted. And a hold to Ryan Ritter. Unassisted. In behind Zach Lynch. About 7 minutes left here in this period. They'll try to break this one out on the power play. Shut down there and thrown all the way back in. Gamecocks getting a little too excited when they try to break this puck back out. The forecheck of Tampa here shorthanded. Has been something that we've seen a lot of teams do against the Gamecock power play, and it's been effective. And now you see it right there. The proof is in the pudding. Or in the icing, I should say. That skipping puck whistled down. It'll come back into South Carolina territory here. That one man down in deep, I believe. Take a look here. Philip Marcianti was the lone man forcing that play up the boards and played all the way across, forcing the Gamecock defense to ice that puck. A lot of power play, nevertheless. 1:24 to go. Man advantage here for South Carolina. They'll have to take a draw in their own zone. Off the dasher, Drummond goes up. Nick Pizzo, he's going to wait. Drop this one off for Cam Mecca. Has some speed. Gamecocks will try to get a change here. Mecca has that one played right away. Knocked off his stick by Christian Kukas. Thrown on goal, too far for Cam Mecca. Reinforcements back on, fresh legs for South Carolina. Cam Mecca gets in hard after. Pizzo has it. Gonna look back down low. Goes off the stick of Mecca and backhanded up into the netting here. And we will have a stoppage here. We'll see if that went off of anybody. It looked like it was directly shoveled out on the backhand there by Carter Haynes. But in the ACHA, we have no penalties for delay of game on that sort of a play. 54 seconds to go on the man advantage for South Carolina. On the power play, they'll work it back. Brian Soar settles this one down, goes over to Evan Hoey. Hoey lets one go, knocked down in front. That man's hurt. Hoey gets his rebound back, tipped in front. That shot kicked out by the right pad of Corralo. Thrown all the way back down. Back to his feet now after blocking that shot. Carter Haynes takes a Hoey laser off that right skate. 33 to go, 75% of the way through this penalty kill here for the University of Tampa. Picked up by Nick Pizzo at center ice. He's got Ian Powderly. He'll drop it off for him. Powderly drops it off again for Hoey. Hoey going to send this one rink wide, knocked down in front, picked up on the follow-up chance by Hawkinson, and this one knocked down by Corralo. Again after it. Up the wall it comes to Evan Hoey. He'll backhand this one in, settled down by Nick Pizzo, and played through where Ian Powderly can get in after it. Hawkinson back down below the goal line with him as well. Played out towards center, a skipping puck has some eyes of its own, and that'll do it for the man advantage. Both teams go 0 for 1 on the power play. And this puck wristed all the way up off the high glass, kicked down by Ian Powderly at center ice, brought on now by Corey Hawkinson. Hawkinson with Tampa players draped all over him. He'll send a backhander just wide of the net. Powderly able to keep it in, and the follow-up chance by by Luke Rudman rather. He will do the same. Rudman not once but twice gets in after it now. The defenseman tonight for South Carolina, Rudman gets after it. Pinching down low. He's got the help of Corey Hawkinson. A man goes down, and play continues. Taken by Logan Underwood. Breakout initiated here. Underwood. They will backhand this one ahead, and Oakley, a long wrister, knocked down in front. Almost a dangerous deflection there by Underwood again. He'll bring this one out with speed. Underwood out off the high glass, in behind Zach Lynch. Bouncing puck settled down. Some collisions there. And again, it squibs free. Picked up again at center ice. Taken by Alex Siegfried. He'll just be able to one-hand this one ahead. And that'll send Tyler Oakley in after it. Off a turnover, Van Duzen's shot gets knocked down, or knocked up rather. Pops all the way up in the air. Siegfried gets sent down, and a battle ensues. Siegfried wraps this one around, streaking over to get this one is Ronan Egan. Egan using the body there to shield that puck. He's taking a task there again. This one knocked free by Marcianti. And still they'll battle for it. Turnover chance, shot just wide there. One-time shot by Rudman, skips around in the crease area and goes all the way back out where Bobby Van Duzen drops back to play this. Final 4 minutes to go of the first period. Bouncing puck knocked down by Egan, taken back the other way. With speed, Matthew McCarthy down that right wing. That's skated off there, a big check by Tyler Oakley. He's diving all over there, settled down to the point. Underwood shoots one, that one knocked off the skate of Ronan Egan. After it in the corner, McCarthy goes for it. Oakley after it as well. Angelo Piccarello sees himself get to it. And McCarthy has it. They'll go back out to the point. Back down past McCarthy. It rims all the way back around. Near side to get it. Mecca will just be able to backhand this one ahead. Picked up by Bobby Van Duzen. Bit of a race one-on-one here down the left side. Van Duzen tries to tuck that one in. And a save made there. Finally we get a whistle. Here as Corralo ices that puck on the side of the net. Gets the freeze here with that blocker on top, and Cam Mecca has to go stick shopping there in the corner. This game has been nothing short of end-to-end. Seen a lot of times in the early stages of South Carolina games, both teams just feeling each other out, nobody willing to take any risks. These guys have been zipping all over the ice, and it's ironic because the Gamecocks are working with about 5 or 6 fewer players than they're used to working. The captain Kuzlik takes it, wheels it around, almost taken there by Captain Jake Tenji for South Carolina. Loose puck held in. Nice play there between the legs by Nick Pizzo. Thrown back ahead. Pizzo out hard after it. He'll have Kuzlik to deal with there. And it comes back down. Pizzo goes down, and no delayed call there. Got a bit of an amp buzz there from the PA system. They'll go D to D again. Ritter, D to D again to Kuzlik. Got to go backwards to go forwards. This one wristed all the way back in, and icing called here. Serwal was hollering for a hook, and then he ended up hollering for an icing call. He'll get the latter. Icing call brings this one all the way back in with 2:36 to go. Shots, as they stand currently, 8-7 in favor of the Gamecocks. And that one-shot difference is apparent on the scoreboard. 1-0 South Carolina here in the waning stages of the first. That goal coming all the way back unassisted off the stick of Cam Mecca. For those of you just joining us, his 16th of the year. Wheeled all the way back around. Tampa's going to take this one with speed. They got a man breaking. Picked up there. Center ice. Nice play there by Pedro. Pedro shooting one. A big save by Lynch. Rebound. They score. Tucked in on the follow-up. A beautiful play right around in front. Ryan Ritter tucks it home, and Tampa ties this game at 1. Great play by Eric Pedro at open ice. And a big stop there by the left pad of Zach Lynch, but outnumbered in their defensive zone. The Gamecocks had no chance of stopping Ryan Ritter, the alternate captain for the University of Tampa, gets goal number 9 this season. We'll wait to see who the assists go to. Final 2 minutes of the period. That goal just might open things up here a bit more on the scoreboard. Out off the stanchion. Pedro gets the assist as they bring this one back ahead. Right into the slot. There'll be a chance on the backhand. That one lifted just wide. Big opportunity there by William Cody. Stephen Buck gets the other assist on the Ritter goal. This puck worked free, poked underneath. Brian Soar able to work this one free. He'll have to get in after himself. 1:45 to go. Held in there. Could be a chance back the other way for Tampa. Gamecocks entered the zone early, and a shot there. Gloved and held by the goaltender, Zach Lynch. And we get a stoppage here. Fresh troops on for South Carolina. And almost made to pay there were the Gamecocks. The forwards getting a little over anxious in leaving the zone. Left their defenseman outnumbered 3-on-2 back the other way. Zach Lynch has to come up big, and he does, to keep this at a 1-1 hockey game. Back through the point. Josie Davis going to advance this one. It ends up in that right wing corner. Picked up by the Spartans, worked free by Weiss. Worked around, Bobby Van Duzen picks up for the South Carolina. And that shot pass just too far for Ian Powderly. Icing waved off here. Davis has it, watched closely by Powderly and Van Duzen. Puck finally played up. Davis has it again. Nice move right at center ice. The puck knocked away by Rubin. Powderly's going to get this one. Nice move around the man there by Powderly. Couldn't take the puck with him. Picked up by Wise. Over to Davis. Can't handle that puck. Van Duzen's got it. Sharp angle shot just too far for the stick of Ian Powderly. Harmless play. Almost ends up in a 2-1 hockey game here for South Carolina. Final minute of the first period. We've got goals by either team and still a couple of seconds to work with here. Davis going to burn some of this last minute off here in behind his own net. Spartans not going to take any chances here, as you don't have to remind you how important final minute goals are even in the first period. Bouncing puck settled down by Pizzo, and he will have touched that one on the Tampa side of that blue line. Puck was in by a hair, and they will whistle him down on that one. 30.8 to go here in the first period. Off that offsides call, we'll have a face-off right outside the Tampa zone. And off the draw, Jay Tenji works this one free. Mecca makes sure to stay onside. Tenji brings this one on, shoots one in and out of the glove there of Kerala. Worked free, bouncing puck settled down there. Open ice by Ryan Murray. Murray just going to curl this one, shoot one by Lynch. And again, big shoulder stop there by Zach Lynch. And that'll bring the clock down to 16.1 here. After a big collision in front net with Lynch, everybody was going to the net. Zach Lynch able to find that puck through a sea of both Gamecocks and Spartans, and able to get the face-off here to his left. We will see at least one more opportunity here in this first period. Offensive zone chance, won by Tampa. Shoots one, and he's off the goalpost. Another one hits heavy metal. And Zach Lynch, thankful, back the other way. Gonna be a chance for the Gamecocks. Follow-up chance, Pizzo. He's hooked on the play, and we will see a hooking call will not result in a penalty shot. Kuzlik pleads his case here. And we go back and forth. Chance off the outside of the goalpost there with 3.3 to go at one end for Tampa. And Nick Pizzo races back the other way. Shot out of a cannon. Generates another offensive opportunity for the Gamecocks. And we've got shorthanded here. Power play for the Gamecocks. Zach Lynch is out of his net. 6 attackers with 3.3. One last chance here to end the first period. Off the draw, shot by Nick Pizzo. Cam Mecca getting involved there. And the shot there off the toe of Salvador Corralo. That'll do it for the first period. Tampa and South Carolina deadlocked at 1. A couple of nice goals here, a couple of shots off the iron. It is luck that keeps these teams even. And we will head into the first period tied at 1. When we come back, it'll be the first intermission report here on the Capital City Sports Network presented by SGTV. All right, welcome back to the Capital City Sports Network. The first intermission report here from the Huntsville Ice-Plex in Alabama. Gamecocks deadlocked with the University of Tampa at 1 here after the first 20 minutes of play. Goals, if you are just with us, coming from Cam Mecca, unassisted in the early stages of the first period. And after that, Ryan Ritter for the University of Tampa gets his 9th of the season. Stephen Buck and Eric Pedro getting the apples on that one. Right now, we stand a minute 57 to go on the Nick Kuzlik penalty. He got a hooking call right there at the end of the period after a streaking Nick Pizzo in on goal gets denied. But Kuzlik gets the penalty there for hooking. Gamecocks unable to score on the 3 seconds of power play time they had right there at the end of the period. So that one will carry over. It'll be a long one. And the Gamecocks are pretty much even here. 11 shots to 10 in favor of Tampa. Zach Lynch has done a great job of keeping his team in it, as has Salvatore Corallo of Tampa. And really more even than I think a lot of people would expect here. Gamecocks losing to some teams that many would dub as inferior to them. Auburn ranked, I believe, number 19th to finish the season, 19th or 20th. They're all the way down there at the bottom. Gamecocks, after beating them in the regular season, dropped a pretty big one to them in the opening round of the SEC tournament back in February. So for a team that's been as inconsistent as South Carolina has at some points, they've been great skating and staying with Tampa. It's a fast team. Tampa has a far more depth aspect here on their roster. They got younger players, but as do the Gamecocks. It's been back and forth all night, and soon we will begin to see how the short bench affects South Carolina. You won't see it in the first period because everyone is fresh for that one. Maybe it'll start to come through in the second period, but 20 minutes from now, when we're starting about talking the third period, it'll be very clear here who's been playing the bulk of the minutes for South Carolina. Brian Soar and Evan Hoey have been the go-to pair on defense for Alan Serwa's Gamecocks. Luke Rudman and Tyler Oakley have been paired up together, as have Dylan Jacob and Blake Drummond. So the forwards dropping back and playing defense, and if we haven't brought you the updates quite yet, Dominic Centracchio, Dave Murray, Ben Smith, Nick Peters, Avery Pruden, Colin Anderson, and Duncan Hickman are the names of the 7 Gamecocks who are out of action here tonight. Duncan Hickman, as we said, suspended due to that dust-up in the Clemson game. Colin Anderson has been diagnosed with a concussion. Avery Pruden, Nick Peters, Dave Murray, Ben Smith, and Dominic Centracchio all could not be with the team this week. Really a strange how this tournament fell in terms of timing. Again, Georgia had to drop out of the tournament. One of the best teams in the division, Georgia, had to drop out because of the timing right around midterms week for all those students. Finals week as well. The Gamecocks actually just came off of their midterms week. Everyone was affected by those, players, coaches, and broadcasters alike. We dig deep here, and now all the way here in Alabama, the Gamecocks are going to have to dig deep again if they want to get back in this game and come out to an early lead here in the second period as they did for the first. We're going to step aside here, 1-1 the score. When we come back, it'll be the beginning of period number 2 here on the Capital City Sports Network. Welcome back to the Capital City Sports Network. We are just about to get underway here in the second period of round 1 of the ACHA Division III South Regional Tournament here Gamecocks, the third game on the docket tonight. Earlier, University of Mississippi fell to Liberty University by a score of 3-0, and UCF beat Georgia Tech 4-3 just moments before the Gamecocks and Spartans took to the ice. Fresh sheet out there right now. Gamecocks will move left to right, brought ahead by Cam Mecca, swatted away. Jake Tenji gets involved after it, and Brian Soar will settle this puck down. Pass for Mecca, ends up back on his tape. Cam Mecca towards the goal, lowers the shoulder, pulls it right in front, and Mecca gets denied there by Salvatore Corallo. Back to the point, Soar holds, lets that one go to Tenji. Drops it off back down low for Mecca, turning shot right around in front. Pizzo has it loose, can't get it out of his skates. Pizzo goes down, and back the other way come the Spartans. With speed out through center ice, Mike Weiss. 1 assist on the season. Hauling New York native, still looking for his first goal of the campaign, at least according to the ACHA website. Back the other way, Gamecocks out through center ice, picked up along that far side. They'll streak back in. It's Mecca with Pizzo and Ronan Egan joining the rush. Mecca pulls up, drops this one back off for Ronan Egan. He'll take this one. Still on the power play, Gamecocks here for a minute. Shot right around in front. On the rebound again, Corallo stops that one too. Drifting puck back out, Weiss able to hustle off the ice here. Full-on unit change here for Tampa. Gamecocks will bring it back ahead here. Less than a minute to go on the man advantage. Penalty there at the end of the first period. Kuzlik for a hook. As this puck taken out the hash marks. Dropped off, Van Duzen down low for Hawkinson. Van Duzen gets it back, tries to settle this one down, goes back for Hawkinson. Hash mark shot, save made there by Corallo. Knocked down in behind, Luke Rudman in after it. 18:30 to go here in the second period. A 1-1 hockey game. Gamecocks still about 20 seconds to go here on the power play. Van Duzen gets it, gives it back to Ian Powderly. Spins away from his man, Gamecocks. Did he get a shot on goal here? Out to the far side, Egan settles this one down, backhands it back down low for Luke Rudman. He's going to take a sharp angle shot, knocked down in front by Corallo. Rebound right around in front, no one can get a good touch on it. And as Tampa controls this one, a wrister all the way back out. Glove there by Zach Lynch. Penalty time has expired. Lynch has some trouble getting out of his glove here. 5-on-5, we are back at even strength. Out off the boards there, Brian Soar to pick it up for the Gamecocks. As looking on is Evan Hofberg. Hofberg after him, 9 goals, 23 assists on the season. 22 assists rather for 31 points. As this puck thunders out off the board, Soar pinching up. Out past Hofberg, out past everybody. And this puck drifts past the curling circles and the offensive zone face-off circles alike. Wristed all the way back out, picked up, 2-on-1, back the other way, gonna be a chance for Pedro. Pedro alone, shoots one, and a big save there by the blocker of Zach Lynch. And boarded after the play there. Evan Hoey takes down Pedro from behind, and that'll result in something here. We'll see who gets what. Brilliant opportunity there by Pedro. Lynch shuts him down, Hoey goes in hard afterwards. And Pedro still trying to collect himself, and that was as clear of a hit from behind as we can see. Hoey and Soar head to the box for South Carolina. And Evan Hoey, with no regard for human life right now here, 17:26 to go in the first period. Shots even at 13 apiece here. Finally back to his feet now, Eric Pedro. Always good to see everyone back on his feet. But Pedro's going to head off the ice. He will, for sure, be looked at here by the medical staff on hand. We'll have to wait here. The officials still sorting this one out. Evan Hoey, known to be one of the harder-hitting Gamecocks, but normally that's okay, but the angle was a problem there. It was clear as day. Eric Pedro had his numbers towards Hoey. And at that point, it becomes the responsibility of the attacking player to pull up and not make that contact. Usually they just want the defenseman there to wrap him up rather than send him into the boards there. And it looks like that'll do it here for Evan Hoey. 2.5 minutes into the second period, and it's over for Evan Hoey. Gamecocks down to 3 natural skating defensemen. Hitting from behind, 5-minute major to Evan Hoey, and Brian Soar is going to get 2 for slashing. Give us a second here while we write all this in. And as we said, Brian Soar, the other one, 2 for slashing. So, they will play down by 2 men here. As well as that first period ended, this second period could not start off much worse here for South Carolina. Jake Tenji, Nick Pizzo, and Blake Drummond. The 3 out here to shut things down for South Carolina. 2-minute minor, as they rotate here. Back down low, right around in front, open net chance. That one goes past all the sticks there in the slot. They'll rotate back out to the point. This one picked up by Murray. Murray's gonna walk, center point, sends this one back down low for Davis. Back out, top of the circles, winding, firing off the goalpost again. Third shot off the iron here for Tampa. We're not even halfway through the first stages here of this game. Back down low, Davis has it, flipped around right on in front. Pokes puck up in the air. Drummond goes down and settled back down off the dasher, taken back out to the point again. Taken there by Underwood, right around. Davis shoots one, save made, and it goes in. Josie Davis, it's a power play goal. Zach Lynch had a piece of it, but that one off the blocker up into the top right-hand corner of the net. And it is 2-1 Tampa. It's a power play goal here with 16:44 to go in period number 2. When you put yourself behind the 8 ball like that, down 5-on-3 here, it is pretty clear opportunity for the other team to run out and grab that lead. The minor penalty to Brian Soar has been washed out by that goal there, but the major penalty to Evan Hoey still remains on the board, as it will for the next 4 minutes and 19 seconds. 2-1 the score right now. We can see it advance to 3, 4, maybe even 5 here. The sky's the limit, really. And now a chance right off the face-off, bringing it back one in. Shot there just wide, rebound and open net chance. Couldn't be finished on there by Angelo Piccarello. In behind, Zach Lynch finally getting back to his feet here. Ryan Ritter's got it at the point, gonna hold this one in. Right down low, fan on attempt there by Weiss. Knocked down in front, Gamecock penalty killers battling for their lives here. Cam Mecca able to get this one out as far as center ice. Ryan Ritter's got it. Ritter spins away from him, knife through it open ice, and almost a 2-on-1 here. Piccarello has it shut down there by Bobby Van Duzen, shoveled out on the backhand, and taken at center ice by Ryan Ritter. Ritter, center ice pass picked up there, moved on ahead, and now it's Kukas down that near side. Lets one go, hit the crossbar again. 4 shots off the outside of the goalpost here for the University of Tampa Spartans. Zach Lynch, again, saw a little pad of the crossbar there. Any help he can get, he will take. 15:59 to go here, 3:34 on the man advantage for Tampa. They got their first power play goal of the night. Comes on that Evan Hoey minor, and out to take the face-off now, and an illegal draw. That was a nice play. Little stick work there at open ice there by Christian Kukas. Like Weiss was the face-off man, he'll get waved out. Taking this one, Matthew McCarthy. McCarthy off the draw, wins it over. Picked up by Brian Stoll, wristed out off the boards, and bringing in free now, Corey Hawkinson. Short-handed, Hawkinson down that right side, gonna swing this one out. Shooting one, save made, rebound open net, and denied on the short-handed opportunity there are the South Carolina Gamecocks. Drummond shovels this one in on Hoey. Gamecocks gotta be careful. They'll get a little overzealous here on this penalty kill. There's still a lot of time on it. 3:10, Alex Siegfried serving the major penalty for Evan Hoey, who has been thrown out of this game. Back again off the skate of Mike Weiss. If Hoey, should the Gamecocks advance to the next round, Hoey would be presumably suspended for that game. But for right now, as this one played by the Tampa goaltender and picked up by Ronan Egan, we focus on this one. Egan, a chance, short-handed, in the slot, poked away, a nice defensive play there. Beautiful work by Evan Hoffberg. On the power play breakout, Tampa's got it. Intercepted at center ice by Brian Soar, lofted back in. Bouncing puck settled down by the goaltender, Corallo, and back around. The tempo almost back down to nothing here. 14:53 to go in the second period. A 2-1 hockey game as back the other way come the Spartans. It's going to be Hoffberg. Hoffberg with Davis. In behind the goal. Go top of the circles, D to D, settle down there by Underwood. They'll go into that circle. Murray holds, goes over to Underwood. Underwood going to let one go off the shaft of a Gamecock stick there. And again, it just past Murray. Going to be a chance again, short-handed. Bringing it back ahead, Nick Pizzo down that right side. Tries to cut in towards the slot. He's bodied off the puck there, couldn't hang on to it. Taken away there by Hoffberg. And again, with 1:54 to go on the major penalty for South Carolina. Bringing it ahead now, Davis. Josie Davis muscled off the puck there. Still with it, and we've got an injured player out at open territory. Whistle blows here as we've got Ryan Murray just back to his feet here. Ryan Sort will be taken to the penalty box here. And the Gamecocks will go back down a man After getting scored on 5-on-3, they'll have another one to contend with. A slash again for Brian Soar. Second slashing penalty of the period for Soar. Team leader in penalty minutes by a landslide. He's got 4 more here in tonight's hockey game. Minute 48 on the 5-on-3. Should Tampa score, that'll wash out the minor penalty and leave the major on the board still. Off the drop, picked up there by Kukas. Kukas goes back down low, gets it right back at the hash marks. They'll play pitch and catch. Spinning back out is Mike Wise. Kukas at the point. Sends it far side. Taken away there by Jake Tenji. He'll get it right back. Kukas has it. Kukas walks in, shoots one. Save made there by Zach Lynch. He'll hang on. We will have no rebound, and we will have a face-off here. Again, just a couple of seconds after the first one. Zach Lynch has had to battle here tonight. 17 shots on goal, 15 stops for the first-year goaltender. Lynch was present at tryouts last season for the 17-18 campaign, did not make the team. And as you'll recall, at the beginning of this season, Lynch didn't think he would have a chance at making tryouts, so he didn't come off the draw. And they need him now more than ever. Zach Lynch, the goaltending crisis. At the beginning of the season, Gamecocks were looking like they weren't going to have a goaltender well into the month of September. Knocked down in front, still in a 5-on-3, top of the circle. Kukas gonna let one go. That one goes about 1.5 feet wide. Off the boards, picked up now by Marcianti. Right down in front, and again, short-handed chance by Cam Mecca. Motors through Kukas, knifes that one off his stick. Mecca still after it. 5-on-3, the Gamecocks are short-handed, and Cam Mecca making life difficult for Tampa. But the Spartans bring it up ahead. Ryan Ritter with speed. Ritter, 4-on-2, they'll bring it. They'll go out to the far side. Settle down there, into the corner, that puck goes. Marcianti battles for it with Corey Hawkinson. Cam Mecca and Blake Drummond watch from in front of the Gamecock net. Hawkinson able to work it free. He's got 2 Spartans on him. Gets taken to the boards, and still Corey Hawkinson just killing as much time as he can here as this puck stopped there, beautifully held into the blue line by the defenseman Josie Davis. Out to the far side. Couldn't be held down there by Ryan Ritter. Davis, center point, settles this one. Goes back down low. Valerian, centering pass, shot off the glove of, I believe, Cam Mecca, rather. And again, Davis has it, center point. They'll go back down low again. Gamecocks trying to be spread out here. Turning shot right around in front, and Lynch able to get the glove on. A bit of a premature whistle as that puck tumbles in and out of the glove of Zach Lynch very quickly. 12 seconds left on the 5-on-3. 12:37 to go in period number 2. Gamecocks hanging on for dear life here. Stick taps the penalty killers, Drummond and Mecca. Off the draw, controlled by Underwood. D to Davis. Josie Davis goes off the boards there. Picked up by Eric Pedro, back on the ice now. Pedro, centering pass knocked down in front. Egan, and now out of the box is Alex Siegfried. The major penalty has concluded. Pretty soon we'll see Brian Soar out of the box. Final 10 seconds. Back down, they'll go underneath. Picked up, brought around by Evan Hoffberg, and Brian Soar out of the box. The Gamecocks kill off a 5-minute major penalty and another 2-minute minor for slashing on top of that one. 2-1 the score after it very nearly could have been 3, 4, even 5, as we said earlier. Defenseman Rudman, bouncing puck settled down at center ice by the Spartans, brought ahead again by Davis. Said his name a ton. Davis to the backhand, nice move through the defense. He's knocked off that puck. Luke Rudman after it, held into the point. Long shot, he scores! A seeing eye shot from the point. And that one, off the tape of Logan Underwood, makes it a 3-1 hockey game with 11:45 to go. Tampa unable to score on their 5 minutes and then some on the power play. But just a couple of seconds after the power play concludes, similar to the Gamecocks' goal in this hockey game, right after the power play, they get an even strength goal here. Logan Underwood, his 3rd of the season, gives Tampa a 3-1 lead here. Ian Patterley brings this one in, slot shot, easy save there by Salvatore Carama. As we have the goal announced here, Josie Davis will pick up an assist. And back the other way, through center. Nice move, open net there. Coming out to poke that one away, Zach Lynch. Held in at the line. Follow-up chance, shoots one, he scores! Off the deflection in front. Ryan Ritter shot the puck. Joseph Zaiden tipped it in. And it is 4-1 Tampa. see Alan Serwell, yep, holds up the timeout sign. He's going to need a stoppage here. Got some tired players. He's looking for it. Is he going to get it? Serwell, there, he'll get that timeout. Players will go to their respective benches here for a couple of minutes. And the Gamecocks back on their heels here in the middle stages of this hockey game. Officially credited with the goal, Matthew McCarthy. That most recent goal for Tampa. Ryan Ritter gets an assist, as will captain Nick Kuzlik. On the original goal earlier, Logan Underwood, we said, got that one. On the assist, Josie Davis picks one up. And on the secondary assist will be Evan Hoffberg, my apologies. Hoffberg, his team-leading 23rd assist of the season, brings him to 32 points on the year. Ties him with Josie Davis, whose 18th assist also brought him to 32 points on the season. We got 64 points between those two players alone. One of them is a defenseman. Similar to Isaiah Jackson and Jacob Vanderleest of Clemson. The Gamecocks had to keep an eye on them last week. Upwards of 50 points between those two men. Serwell drawing up some plans there on the Gamecock bench. The final seconds of his penalty, or his timeout rather, will tick away. We will resume play here. Gamecocks have quite the hole to dig themselves out of here. 11:17 to go in the second period. Still less than halfway through this hockey game, but the deficit is now 3. As we said, those 5 Gamecock seniors, this could be it for them. They're clawing for their college hockey lives right now. In behind the Gamecock net, Tampa battles hard for it. Jake Tenji gets in after it. We expect to see him a lot more here in the final periods here from Huntsville. Jake Tenji on after it, a catalyst for the offense in both games against Clemson, last week and the week before back at the Plex. And now he's going to try to do the same thing here tonight. High stick, whistled down, not whistled down, played down there by Cam Mecca. It drifts in behind the Tampa net. Picked up and popped right around in front, getting a stick on it, will be Corallo. Bit of a fluke play there, Corallo. Nice heads up poke check to work it free. Swatted off the tape there. They'll work it out. Cross ice pass picked up by Ryan Murray. Ryan Murray dumps his man down to the ice, and a little slow to get up is Blake Drummond. Now Cam Mecca almost a chance to poke that one free. Almost had an odd man rush. Blake Drummond getting back in after it. And now we see offsides will be called. Much to the frustration of the Gamecock players here. Another whistle, another face-off here. 10-11 to go in the second period. Shots now heavily favor the Gamecocks early on, 20-13 in favor of the Spartans as they currently stand. Again, if you're just with us and noticing something's different here, you're looking for those garnet uniforms, you're not going to find them here. Gamecocks with their brand new white uniforms from Under Armour. They're looking pretty spiffy out there right now. Just like to see the gameplay maybe elevate itself to the level of the jerseys as Ronan Egan takes this one down. Right side, shoots one. Knocked off a stick, deflected up into the netting. And another face-off just as quickly. Still, a lot more hockey left to be played here, regardless of the score. It was last week in Clemson, a 4-1 lead. Seemed to be the end of things for the Gamecocks in that scrimmage to benefit the family of Matt Brickley. But the Gamecocks clawed all the way back, including 2 goals by Nick Pizzo to tie it up at 4, send it through to a shootout. Point shot by Soar, knocked down off a shin guard, played up and ahead. Spartans can't work it free. Egan plays that one right back down to another Spartan, as getting in after it is Matt Owen. Off the boards, Tampa's got it. Play this one out too far for the stick of Stephen Buck. Has an assist in tonight's game. Bouncing puck settled down there by Egan. Delayed offsides. Spartans will touch up. Gamecocks will regroup slowly here. Brian Soar looking for the best possible option. Sky pass knocked down there by Ian Powderly. Gets the red line, gets knocked hard into the boards here, but he's able to get the puck free. In UT territory, they'll work this one at the hash marks. Up off the glass, past Brian Soar. After it with speed will be Eric Pedro. Winning the battle back towards that puck in the foot race will be Tyler Oakley. Oakley narrowly dodges a hip check there. This puck drifts all the way back in, and Oakley after it. He'll be the lone forechecker for South Carolina, able to knock that puck through. Powderly after it into the corner. Can't get a good handle on it. Brought back the other way by Josie Davis. Out again, the headman. Going to be a 2-on-1 developing here. Zaiden to the net. Oh, and it's a nice poke check there by Zach Lynch to deny Zaiden of a sure opportunity. Got another broken stick here. Brian Soar Twig snaps in half. Gamecocks playing about 5 on 4.5 here. Brian Soar got a stick there from his centerman and Ian Powderly. That shot ends up in the glass. Davis gonna have to bring this one all the way back. And as Gamecocks go for a line change, the period of a long change comes back to bite the Gamecocks. 2-on-1, knocked out in front. A big save there as Zach Lynch sprawls from his right to his left to deny Ryan Ritter. Lynch throwing everything he can over to that left side, able to make the save here and keep it at a 4-1 hockey game with 8:14 to go in the second period. What a stop by Zach Lynch. Shots now 21-13. Zach Lynch doing everything he can to keep his team in this hockey game. He knew it would be an uphill battle for the short-staffed Gamecocks as this puck bounces off a stanchion, picked up along the near side by Bobby Van Duzen. Van Duzen's pass knocked down at center ice by Alex Siegfried, still gets in after it, lifts the stick, and Siegfried goes to work along the near side. He's got help from Corey Hawkinson. Hawkinson wins that battle, tries to curl back towards the hash marks there, and this puck drifts back underneath to Nick Kuzlik. Kuzlik takes a man down there. Hawkinson off the turnover, and we've got ourselves a delayed penalty. A cross check to Nick Kuzlik, and the Gamecocks will go to the power play here with 7:50 to go in the second period. Kuzlik boxed on a hooking minor earlier on in that first period. His second batch of 2 minutes in the box here for Nick Kuzlik. It'll be a 2-minute minor, and the Gamecocks will have a chance to get right back into this hockey game. Off the draw, power play unit out. Brian Soar on the back end with Ronan Egan, held there by Cam Mecca. Nick Pizzo, Jake Tenji up front for South Carolina on this power play. Played all the way back out. The penalty kill getting it done here for Tampa. As that puck drops back in, and Ronan Egan slowly. And the Gamecocks will wind things up back from their own goal strike. Back ahead with speed, Mecca down the far side. Faced with some stiff pressure there in Underwood. Mecca still brings it around. With possession, hard on that puck, Brian Soar's got it. Walks the line, gives back now for Cam Mecca, top of the circle. Walks into the slot area, gets it down low to Nick Pizzo. Pizzo in the corner, gets dumped. Gamecocks still have that puck. Pizzo throws one right around in front. Mecca on the jam play, and that one knocked out by the right pad of Corrala. Still, after it, Ronan Egan. Final minute of the power play here as this puck goes in off the roof again. And another stoppage here. Gamecocks will have 1:05 to go on the power play as the second unit hops the boards here. And Tampa will have to keep their guys on the ice. Hawkinson will take this draw. He is faced by Philip Marcianti. And Hawkinson wins that draw. Rudman able to hold it in. They'll just throw that one into open territory. Bobby Van Duzen enters that open ice. And it's now picked up by Ian Powderly. Powderly with 11 goals on the season. This one worked back in. Powderly still in after it. He's going to control up near that blue line. Picked up by Oakley now. Thrown on net. Rebound chance there, and he scores! Harmless play. The puck just thrown on net by Tyler Oakley. Bobby Van Duzen on the rebound, and the Gamecocks cut the lead in half on the power play. It's 4-2. So solid work there by the Gamecocks on the power play. They put their nose to the grindstone. They just put their heads down and keep on chugging. Eventually, the goals will follow, and right there, living proof. Bobby Van Duzen. Goal number 12 on the season for Mr. Van Duzen. And now a chance back the other way. It's going to be a shot there, save made by Zach Lynch. Big opportunity off the draw for Angelo Piccarello. And again, we see one team get an inch, and the opposition tries to take it right back. A power play killed off, and a goal at the other end of the ice. So often we saw that, except this time the Gamecocks convert on the power play. And Zach Lynch shuts down Tampa. Here at even strength, puck bounces off the stanchion and then the outside of the cage there. knocked down in front. Still battle in the corner. Powderly after it, controlled there at the point. Walking and shooting one. Save made there by Lynch to deny Christian Kukas. Knocked down there, still play free. Rising shot there ends up in the net. Some sticks clash there off the Ryan Murray shot. And a face-off, we'll see this draw come to the left of Zach Lynch with 6:03 to go in the second period. For those of you who did not catch that announcement, Ian Powderly gets the secondary assist on the Van Dusen goal. Tyler Oakley gets the primary. Defensive zone draw one here by South Carolina. Brian Soar on it. He'll go to the air again. Bouncing puck. Van Dusen races after it, tries to negate the icing, and he will. Great hustle there by Bobby Van Dusen. He gets the goal, and he negates an icing. Now, what will they do with it? This puck picked up, and Van Dusen still hard on that forecheck. Able to knock that puck free. Alex Siegfried after it. He goes into the boards. The puck taken now again by the Spartans. Motoring on ahead, Christian Kukas sends this one back in, and Zach Lynch, again, dangerous territory in behind that net, tries to play the puck. It rolls free, and Siegfried just chops this one in, and offsides waved off. But a hand pass will be called. That puck looked like it was gloved down outside of the Gamecock zone. But we'll have a stoppage nevertheless. 23 shots now to 15 in favor of Tampa, but the Gamecocks will not go away here. Fighting for their lives in Huntsville. Saw a lot of times last year a team that would simply roll over and let the other team have its way, but not this year. A team with more resilience than a lot of teams put together at the Plex over the last few years. Of course, what a different Plex here tonight. But a centering pass ends up unclaimed. And Tampa's going to have to go back to work in their own zone. They'll go D to D. A dangerous pass just avoids the stick of the forechecking Dake Tenji. Bouncing puck ends up off the dasher. Lynch plays it along. Stopped there by Brian Soar. He's got to find that puck first. Ladle it back and knocked down out of the air. Excellent hand-eye there by Evan Hoffberg. Off the turnover in the slot. Another chance knocked down by the Gamecocks. Defenseman able to play it out. D to D they go. Ritter has it. Sends this one intentionally wide on the rebound chance. Diving save by Lynch. They score! The initial shot stopped by a sprawled out Zach Lynch. Stephen Buck able to cash in on the rebound. It is 5-2 Tampa. Thought the untrained eye, that might have been a shot well wide by the defenseman in Ryan Ritter. But as you'll see here, if you go back and watch that again, Ryan Ritter, the intentional shot wide off the boards, and he got that angle perfectly. The shot wide off the point goes back in front, right to that near side goal post, and all you got to do is jam it and hope for the best. And Stephen Buck certainly gets the best there for Tampa. My apologies, Buck will be credited with the assist. The goal will go to Evan Hoffberg. Hoffberg now 2 points on the night. Buck as well. 2 assists for Buck. They'll control in their own zone. Ritter, he got the secondary assist on that one. 3 points now for Ryan Ritter. And now a turnover. Ian Powderly, top of the circles, curls back towards the blue line, goes over the far side point. Shoots one, glove save there. Just getting a piece of it is Salvatore Corralo. Again, Oakley takes a man down, still going after that puck. It comes free. Now it's shoveled there off Zach Weeks. They'll keep it in the zone. Oakley able to work it free down that right side. Oakley shoots one right on. And another save there by the goaltender Corralo. And Oakley getting involved with Kuzlik afterwards. But nothing comes of it. We'll have the two separated in a brief moment of rest here with under 4 minutes to go in the second period. Five goals in this second period after just 2 in the first. 1-1 is how we entered this middle frame. 5-2 we find ourselves at now. Underneath, swatted back out. Gamecocks after it. Getting badly outshot now. They'll just throw one on goal. Save made there, maybe off the outside of the cage of Corralo. Back down underneath. Spartans have it. Bouncing puck settled down by Jacob. Racing through. Nice speed here by Marcianti. Shut down. And Hawkins able to play this one ahead for Cam Mecca. Mecca gonna have to pick that puck up down the left side. Knocked off the puck, as is Nick Pizzo. Hawkinson's got it. Works it free now to Mecca. Looking to give it back to Corey Hawkinson. And this one knocked away by the goaltender Corralo. Puck free now in that corner. Jumping down now, swept on goal by Cam Mecca, but it's blocked. Now redirected just wide. Around it comes. Brian Soar can't hold it in. Throws this one through. Gamecocks have to touch up before they touch that puck. There'll be a chance out at the far blue line. They'll give this one ahead. Philip Marcianti is off sides. We'll have another stoppage and another rest here with 3:01 to go in the second period. Gamecocks really feeling the absence of Evan Hoey. Plays some key minutes, makes some key plays, and the Gamecocks in dire need of one of those right about now. D-to-D, they'll throw this one back in. Bit of an awkward save there by Zach Lynch. This puck lifted all the way back out. Giving chase will be Underwood, as well as Eden Powderly. Powderly, after it, can't pick it up. It'll be taken there, moved out to the far side wall. Carter Haynes risked this one all the way back up. Glove down after taking some contact. Ronan Egan's got it. Luke Rudman. And up ahead now, picked up by Josie Davis. Davis watched by Powderly. 2.5 to go in the period. Powderly not letting Davis have his way. Puck works its way free, back out, held in there by Luke Rudman. Rudman on now. They'll work it free into the slot. Powderly's been on for a while. Might have to go back to the bench for a change. Powderly is gassed. He's going to stay on the ice, bringing it back in. Point shot on that one from long range over the head of Zach Lynch. Winds up all the way back at center. Dumped back in by Underwood. Picked up by Brian Soar. And Soar away from the forechecking Matthew McCarthy. Turnover off a stick, picked up by Egan. 3-on-2 develops here for South Carolina. Egan gonna drop this one off. Follow-up chance. Egan gets it right back. In the slot shot, just wide of the net. He had Van Duzen breaking for the goal. Held in there, worked past the defense. Powder's gonna have to drop back on D. They'll work it back free. Again, a chance for McCarthy. Swatted out of trouble there by Brian Soar. Nice breakup. Solid defensive play there by Brian Soar. Underneath it comes Brian Soar. Broke his stick earlier in this hockey game. He's got a fresh one now. Out of the corner. They'll knife it through. Picked up again, swatted back down low. Picked up by Luke Rudman. 1.5, the final 90 seconds here of the second period. The score 5-2, the shots 25-17 in favor of the leader on that scoreboard. Picked up now, open ice pass picked up by Nick Pizzo. Pizzo gonna let one go, blocker save there by Corallo. Easy save there by the goaltender from New York, as 9 players on this Tampa roster are. Now a chance back the other way with speed. Gonna be Pedro. Pedro, fighting man, a backhander, and he put it over the net. What a move by Eric Pedro, and he sails that one up over the crossbar. Unbelievable play by Eric Pedro, shrugging guys off on his way to the net, and he just skies one up over a sprawled out Zach Lynch. Final minute of the period, 58.9, if we're gonna split hairs here. Defensive zone draw, the Gamecocks is gonna throw this one out. Tipped off Cam Mecca, 2-on-1. Mecca and Pizzo, Ritter is back. Mecca tries to send one over from Pizzo. Brilliant diving play there by Ritter. Off a turnover, Mecca can't get a good shot off. Delayed penalty here. Tampa's gonna touch this one up, and we will have a hooking minor, as I believe Eric Pedro will be headed to the penalty box here. 44.7 left in period number 2. The Gamecocks again afforded a generous opportunity here to close the margin back to 5-3. 2 minutes, the minor penalty to Jake Thane, a hooking minor. Running out of room here on the penalty sheet. We've had at least half a dozen minor penalties to the Spartans alone. Gamecocks have had their own fair share. Not to mention a major penalty to Evan Hoey. This puck drifting all the way back down. Gamecocks struggling to get the early opportunities on the power play. The opening faceoff on a power play is crucial. If you control it in the offensive zone, you got a good chance to score an early power play goal. This one knocked down at center ice, back the other way, short-handed. Almost a clean break back the other way. Could have been a 2-on-0 there for William Cody and the Spartans. They look for the stretch pass, knocked down there. Worked back in. Ronan Egan bodies his man Carter Haynes off the puck. Gamecocks bring it back in with 10 seconds. Tenji out wide, goes down. He's favoring his right hand. They'll work it free. Right around in front. Final seconds, and now finally a penalty as Powderly gets involved. A little dust up here in front of the Spartan net. They'll be separated, and it looks like Alan Sturwatt may send Zach Lynch to the bench in order to get a extra attacker on here. 3 seconds as Powderly has to be separated from the man yet again. Minute 19 to go on the minor penalty to Jake Thane. Now they'll escort another man towards the penalty box, this time Carter Haynes. A brief 5-on-3, and yep, you guessed it, Zach Lynch is on the bench. 6-on-3 with the extra attacker. Nick Kuzlik can argue his case with the official. And assistant coach John Scatello for Tampa instructing his players to shoot it right off the draw. They'll win it back and throw this one all the way around, and that'll do it. 2 periods in the book here from Huntsville. Tampa Bay, sorry, I knew it was gonna happen at least once. University of Tampa leading the Gamecocks by a score of 5-2. When we come back, it'll be the second intermission report here on the Capital City Sports Network, presented by SGTV. Through second intermission report here as we're trying to figure out some things. Kennesaw State and University of Miami will play each other in, let's see here, just about 2 minutes at the other rink here. That is the final game out of this first round. Kennesaw State ranked at number 4, University of Miami at number 9. We've been in contact with the fine folks at the University of Miami. They have an offer for us to go and cover that game immediately after this one. So, after this game's conclusion, right here on this same YouTube channel, we will have Kennesaw State and the University of Miami. First time for all of us here really calling a game other than South Carolina. But keeping our attention to the South Carolina and the task at hand here. 5-2 the score as it stands. A couple of power play goals in that period, that second period. Right now, an uphill battle for South Carolina, but they've got some help. 1 minute 16 seconds of a 5-on-3, courtesy of Jake Thane and Carter Haynes taking some penalties. They got a lot of ground to cover, but 2 power plays will certainly help. Evan Hoey was removed from the hockey game after hitting from behind call in that first period. We are down and rolling. Fresh sheet of ice here in the third period. This one lifted all the way back out. Ronan Egan on the point on this power play. He'll glove this one and control it from South Carolina territory. Egan through center with speed over the line. He's got Van Dusen on the near side. Egan just going to pull up. Gamecocks set up here on this power play. Work it back out to the point. Corey Hawkinson. Hawkinson walks, sends it back down low for Ian Powderly. Powderly at the circle. Looks and finds Hawkinson again. Quick pass over to Brian Soar. Walks top of the circle. Shoots one, knocked down in front. And back again shorthanded. Picked up by Underwood. Rocketed all the way back down. That'll take us down to about 40 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Sense of urgency here can be felt for South Carolina. Lose and they go home. And that is it for this 2018-19 campaign. They win, and they'll play the top seed who remains in this tournament. Hawkinson brings it out. Loses control. Puck drifts free to Ronan Egan. He's going to have to contend with this one. Slide it all the way across for Brian Soar. Picks it up off the dasher. Center point. Egan looks, goes back down low. Paddling back to right around in front. Too far for the stick of Bobby Van Dusen. Picked up by Egan. Centering pass, Powderly again. Shoots one and he scores! Ian Powderly, a beautiful play on the power play. And the Gamecocks make it 5-3. What a play by Ian Powderly to pull that puck to the forehand right around in front. Pretty much stick handling in a phone booth there by Ian Powderly. He gets goal number 12 on the season. 2 points tonight. What a play. The soft hands of Ian Powderly. Could not have come at a better time either. Happened just at the end of that first penalty. So the Gamecocks still have 50 seconds of a 5-on-4 man advantage here. Davis goes D-to-D. This one off the palm of Jake Tenji. Drifts back in short-handed. Tampa's got it. They'll throw this one to the front of the net. Knocked down by Luke Rudman. He will have some time here. To the final 30 seconds. Rudman just going to swat this one off the dasher there. It can be taken away from the glove of Zach Lynch. Picked up by Jake Tenji. Muscled off the puck there by Pedro. Gamecocks have to hurry here. Out towards center ice. Nice move there to the outside by Luke Rudman. Able to whack this one free. Mike Weiss in after. Rudman has it underneath. Curls, walks the circle, throws one on goal, knocked down in front. Mecca just going to pop that one off the glove hand. Settles it down. Penalty time expires. Shoots it right around in front. Loose puck. They score! Another power play goal here. The Gamecocks close the lead to just 1. A nothing play ends up in the back of the net. Couldn't tell if Cam Mecca touched it last. It's another power play goal, and it is 5-4 here in Huntsville. Excellent pressure down low for South Carolina. Great shift there by Luke Rudman. Makes a big defensive play in his own end. Goes 200 feet down to our left and sets up a very pivotal goal here in this third period for South Carolina. 18 minutes to go. We've only played 2 minutes in this period. Play at the side of the net. Frozen there by the goaltender, Zach Lynch. And we will have a face-off here as we await the official scoring notes here on these South Carolina goals. We know for sure Ian Powderly gets the first one. We'll see who gets the assists. And we'll see who that puck went off of for the fourth South Carolina goal. Unassisted, Cam Mecca. Of course, who else? 2 goals in the game for Cam Mecca. Held in at the line there. Work back down below, underneath. Blake Drummond goes down. Right around in front, chance on the side of the net, knocked down in front. Brian Soar, Blake Drummond getting involved there. Able to save his team a goal here. That puck pinballs off a leg. Alex Siegfried in after it. Siegfried and Owen, they're going to double up. Back in, near side. Taken there by Ryan Murray. Tries to distribute it into the slot. Murray gets it right back, goes back to the point there. Davis throws one through the wickets of Alex Siegfried. And Josie Davis going to pick up things for Tampa. Davis with speed over the line, going to go right to that. Josie Davis picks up a delayed penalty, shoots one, and a big save by Zach Lynch. Gamecocks touch this one on the delayed call, and a hooking minor here. Will we see Brian Soar head to the box for the third time tonight? We'll see who they book. We know for sure it is a hooking minor. The Gamecocks, as soon as they get close, shoot themselves in the foot again here. Hooking minor to Ronan Egan. He'll sit for a pair. And 2 minutes on the man advantage for Tampa. To take the face-off, Evan Hoffberg, a goal and an assist so far tonight. Looking for more points off the draw, right around in front, knocked down, picked up by Nick Pizzo. And lifted all the way back out. Will have to be taken there by Salvatore Corallo. Going to settle things down for Josie Davis. Davis, the anchor on this power play for Tampa. They'll move it out, picked up by Underwood. Underwood through center, motors his way on through, takes it out wide. Still right on goal, and Underwood tries to curl it around in front. Beautiful play there, and Zach Lynch may have gotten a toe on it. 16.5 remain in the third period. What was a 4-goal hockey game at one point, 3-goal rather, is now back down to just 1. Davis through center trying to up that gap to 2 once again. Knocked off there by Ronan Egan, who was in the penalty box. Luke Rudman, rather. Point shot, Underwood goes back down low. Face-off dot shot, save made there, and a stickless Brian Soar again. Able to take that puck into the corner. Rudman helps him out. Rudman with Van Duzen, Pizzo, and Soar on this penalty kill. Nick Pizzo and Zach Lynch will swat that loose stick back down below the goal line as this puck drops back out, and ahead they come, 2-on-2. Bobby Van Duzen pulls up, tries to thread the needle to Nick Pizzo. Final 45 seconds to go on the penalty. Josie Davis, who has been out for almost all of this power play, with one hand on the stick, tries to get things through. Around it comes, and now a penalty here. We got Davis down on the near side with Tyler Oakley. More after. 35 seconds remain on the penalty. 15:34 to go here in the third period, and we will see who goes where after the whistle. It will be Josie Davis in the penalty box here. 2 minutes for maybe a hold. We'll see. Lots of time remaining in this third period, and yes, 2 minutes on the clock. We'll skate 4-on-4 for 35 seconds. And once Ronan Egan is out of the box, an abbreviated power play here for South Carolina. Off the draw, Corey Hawkinson can't win it. Drifts back off the boards. Tampa's going to try to set things up here. They've been given a solid cushion here by Ian Powderly. Ritter thinks better of it. Advances things too far. A bit of a collision there, and Weiss has it. Out to that right wing. Knocked hard off the puck there by Corey Hawkinson. Turnover right around in front. Tampa's got a chance. Right around in front. He scores. What a play. Matthew McCarthy on the turnover. Turns Zach Lynch inside out, and it's 6-4 Tampa. Gamecocks trying to do too much in their own zone. They, again, give that puck right over to the opposition in a high traffic area of that ice. Probably about the worst place you can have a turnover in the defensive zone, and it costs them 6-4. Another setback here, but still with time remaining. 4-on-4 for 13 more seconds. Mecca brings it ahead. Fought off that puck. Shooting one, rising shot there, knocked down in front by Corallo. Loose puck advanced ahead. Over the blue line, out towards center red. The goal scorer, McCarthy, brings this one ahead. He's got 2 tonight. McCarthy looking for the trick, sends this one into the corner. Tempo picking up here. Ritter after it. 3 points on the night, and now we've got more, and another penalty here. Brian Soar and Matthew McCarthy will both be sent off here, if I can read the officials' lips correctly. We got more McCarthy and Soar back in the penalty box. And we have to believe that the conversations will continue here. Cross checks handed out to both. Slashing for Brian Soar. Cross check to Matthew McCarthy. The shot's now 30-20 in favor of Tampa. Gamecocks finally get out of the teens, and they will skate 5-on-4 here. Brian Soares' penalty will offset with McCarthy's. So the original penalty a couple of minutes ago to Tampa will be the only one that stays on the board, and about 1:15 to go on that one. Mecca, the speed guy, brings things over the line, and again, out to that left wing, he'll bring things around. Watch closely there. Mecca letting his momentum carry him. Loose in front, almost a great play there. Settled down, kept on sides by Corey Hawkinson. Settled by Egan, goes back down low, gets it right back from Jake Tenji. Egan down for Jake Tenji once again. Worked it free. Point shot, Mecca rises and catches the glass. Right around in front on the rebound. Ronan Egan swats at that one and can't get it cleanly. Hawkinson able to keep this one in though. Jake Tenji cycling. Diving play there, and Tenji still able to pick that puck up. Drops it off on the power play. Final 35 seconds to go on it. Hawkinson down low for Mecca. Mecca centering pass right around in front, and Tenji can't stop it. Follow chance, Cam Mecca scores! Cam Mecca's got another one. The hat trick for Mecca, and it is 6-5 here. Second hat trick of the season for Cam Mecca. Looks awfully similar to the one he got against Clemson 2 weeks ago in Irmo. And Cam Mecca refuses to go down with the ship here. 3 goals for Mecca, 18 on the season, and the Gamecocks have to use this to their advantage. Brilliant play there by Corey Hawkinson. Great battle by Jake Tenji to hold that puck in. Nick Pizzo got things involved as well. I mean, these are guys that have been out there all night for South Carolina, refusing to give an inch, sacrificing the body to keep that puck in. Corey Hawkinson had a pivotal block there, right in front of that blue line. And we've got another man to the box here for Tampa. Logan Underwood, as they're cranking the NHL 10 soundtrack here in Alabama. Classic game. And we've got another classic game going on right here. This time it's real. Underwood in the box. They haven't posted the penalty onto the board. Jake Tenji gets the assist, the lone assist on the Mecca goal. And now again, another power play as Logan Underwood sits for an undisclosed penalty. We'll see more later on. Gamecocks right back to the power play, a chance to tie things up with a lot of time remaining in the period. Their 21st shot on goal, put in by Cam Mecca, gets this to where we are now. 11 goals, 6 for Tampa, 5 for South Carolina. Picked up off the skate there, clipped there. Zach Weeks gets a knee-on-knee. Follow-up chance. Zach Lynch barely saw that one. Finally whistled down, and Jake Tenji's gonna be taken to the penalty box here. Tenji very vocal after that knee-on-knee collision with Zach Weeks. I couldn't see who the Tampa player was that clipped Weeks as he was coming back. Jake Tenji incredibly vocal from that bench, and he's going to pay the price for it. Gamecocks hollering for a kneeing penalty there, and
You mean he didn't put a knee out?
13:34 to go. Again, we'll have an opportunity to sort these things out here. Nick Pizzo gets involved. They'll have the conversation at center ice with Ryan Ritter. Again, regardless of how it was intentional or not, the potential to injure Zach Weeks there cannot be overlooked. And even for whoever stuck the knee out, and now Jake Tenji's gone. Jake Tenji receiving the second game misconduct here in this hockey game. And we've got a college hockey game here tonight, to say the least. Jake Tenji gone. Originally going to get a minor penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. The original kneeing play, which kicked all of this off, remains unpenalized. So we'll see who gets what here. Official talking to head coaches Alan Surwa and Lance Tackett. 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct on Jake Tenji in a game misconduct. An already short bench gets even shorter. 13:34 left in this third period. You can see it. The minor penalty to Jake Tenji won't be put up on the board. And now we've got, see, even the linesmen don't know what's going on here, how many players we're going to have. We got 5 Gamecocks on the ice right now. 4 Spartans. We'll see if it stays that way, and it will. Tenji's minor penalty does not cost his team on the personnel side of things. It cost them his presence, though. Jake Tenji back to the locker room, done for the night. And if the Gamecocks don't get another one here, out of his last game in a Gamecock uniform, Bobby Van Duzen, intent to not let things happen. Out of the corner, knifed off Van Duzen's stick. Solid kill here so far for the University of Tampa. Right out back behind the net, shorthanded chance here for the Spartans. Picked up there by Tyler Oakley. Got to hurry here. Final minute on the power play for South Carolina with Underwood in the box. Van Duzen gets clipped along the near side boards. That play goes all the way back around. Picked up by Ian Powderly. Knocked down off the boards. Powderly's got it back, top of the circles. Along the boards, he goes back down low. Looking back out in front, Powderly can't get it back. This puck taken into the back of the net there, and now finally reversed again. We're being brought on by Christian Kukas. Kukas out off the dasher, swatted at by Luke Rudman, but he couldn't get contact on it. With 12:33 to go in the period, 30 seconds to go on the minor penalty to Underwood. Power play time dwindling here for South Carolina. Matt Owen brings it on. He's got Mecca on his left side. Mecca, 3 goals so far tonight. They'll drop it off. Mecca knocked off that puck. They'll have to hustle back to get it. Picked up by Ronan Egan. Egan drops this off for Hawkinson. The forecheck there of Mike Weiss. 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Onside. Here they come. Mecca lets one go. Stick save. Right around in front. Oakley on the rebound. Owen shut down there. Big pad save there by Corallo. Puck at the point. Can't be controlled. It's lifted all the way back out. Going to be an odd man rush here. Penalty time is over. Ryan Murray on the ice now. He's got 5 Gamecocks back. Hawkinson gets that puck free, but Murray gets it right back. Murray with 4 Gamecocks all over him in that corner. Everyone else is spread out. Still they dig for that puck, able to come free now. Corey Hawkinson goes off the back of Matt Owen's head. Fortunately, he's okay. Cam Mecca will start things out. On the ice for a while has been Cam Mecca. Hawkinson tries to drag one through, man. He's sat down. Matt Owen in after it. This puck bounces all the way back up. Josie Davis on it. Davis of Tampa goes after it with Cam Mecca. Separates his man from puck. Mecca still after it, but Davis pops up first and able to get that puck and move possession back to his defenseman. Bouncer up into the South Carolina zone. Finally settled down there by Dylan Jacob. Wristed dangerously there off the stick of Philip Marcianti. Worked through Marcianti on now. Ryan Murray watches. Picked up by Ronan Egan. Back out to the point it comes. Long shot. Missed that by the blocker. Zach Lynch. Jake Thane let that puck go. Back underneath. Tampa still with it. Smothering the Gamecocks in their zone. Now a chance. Shot. He scores! Loose puck picked up by William Cody. And again, the 1-goal margin becomes 2. How many times have we seen this tonight, let alone in the season? Gamecocks claw their way all the way back, only to have the 1-goal lead doubled, and essentially having to start the process all over again. There's still time. I'm not sure if I would say ample time, but there's still time for things to happen here. 7-5 now the score. Captain Kuzlik advances things. Ian Powderly backhands this one back on. And now Ritter's got it. Ryan Ritter spins away from the forecheck there as Zach Weeks. Bouncing puck settled down. Popped up again. And now they'll have to bring this one in behind. Hunter Hayes gets the assist. The only one. At 9:15, and now Weeks off the turnover. Brings it back in for South Carolina. Knifed off his stick and just past the reach of Dylan Jacob. Jacob backhands this one. Gamecocks in the middle of a change. Have to be careful not to take a too many men penalty. Systematically getting that line change there. Second half of the third period has begun. Under 10 minutes to go in it. Swatted out there by Dylan Jacob. It comes back around too far for Blake Drummond. Right around in front, open net chance. Follow-up shot, save made there by Zach Lynch. William Cody looking to get his 2nd goal tonight. Point shot, save made there by Zach Lynch again with the blocker. That long wrister by Nick Kuzlik shut down. Held in at the line. Wide open, one-time shot, save made by Lynch again, sticked into the corner. Mecca after it, spinning, settles this puck down. Nice play there by Cam Mecca, advances things. Chance for Powderly now, able to reach that stick forward. This puck bounces, ends up on the Tampa bench, and gives us a whistle here And a break. Try the players here, but even I need a break at this point. 9:27 to go in the third period. Ronan Egan unable to win that draw at center ice. Underwood has it. Lone forechecker, Nick Pizzo. They'll go D to D. Davis wrists this one down, settled down nicely there by Ryan Murray. Kind of swatted down there, and Brian Soares got it. Gets things out of danger, up for Cam Mecca. He can't hang on to that bouncing puck, but it's gonna roll free now. Off the boards, Davies has it, shovels it again in front of his own bench. Gamecocks have to touch up here. They're gonna work this one through, far side. Rudman has it, wanting it at the point there. Mecca bodied down there in open territory, still looking for that puck, and Tampa's got it. They'll work this one off a skate. Too far for Ryan Murray, it'll drift into the corner. Brian Soar after it. Picked up again, and again another hard collision there. Ronan Egan into the boards with Matthew McCarthy. More players go down. Rudman finally able to pick this puck up. Matt Owen with more things going on in behind the plate. Fans on that pass attempt, gets things back. 4-on-2 develops now for South Carolina. Rudman stretches things out, loses the puck just as quickly. Tampa at center ice, gonna backhand this one in. Josie Davis gonna head back to the bench. And Rudman at the hash marks, just gonna flick this one out towards center. Bouncing puck settled down. A fortuitous bounce here for Matt Owen, but just as quickly knocked back off his stick. Owen into the corner, whacked back, and slipped all the way back out. Bouncing puck over the stripe here. 2-on-2 develops. Top of the circle shot, save made easily there by Zach Lynch, denying Evan Hoffberg. And again, another face-off under 8 minutes to go in period number 3. The shots 35-23 in favor of Tampa. Gamecocks scored on 2 of their last 3 shots. Late line changes here. Sees Corey Hawkinson go to the bench, and that puck unable to be held in. They'll control at center. Redirect this one back in. Bouncing puck settled down there. Bouncing puck again back in the air. A lot of spring in this puck here tonight. Brought ahead by Alex Siegfried. Ian Powderly able to stretch at the blue line, keep things on sides, which allows Ronan Egan to get in after this puck. Wristing one back up. Tries to spring Pedro there. Beautiful play there. Good vision. And the officials having to discuss things with the Spartans' assistant coaches. Don't want the icing there, but they're gonna get it anyway. And another draw to the left of Salvatore Corallo. 5 goals on 23 shots for Corallo tonight. And he's gonna have a lot more coming. Corey Hawkinson on the draw, tries to win it forward, and he does. Right around in front, on the backhand shot, just wide by Pizzo. He had Corallo sprawled out, and he couldn't tuck it home. Held in by Drummond, throws one on net, tipped in front. Hawkinson couldn't settle that one down either. Again, similar play, but on the other side of the net. Settled down again. Gamecocks knocking on the door here. Thrown on goal, knocked down in front. Pizzo couldn't pick this one up. They'll move it again, out to the far side. Thrown back in, they'll go for a line change. Zach Lynch back to get it. Lynch leaves this one for Blake Drummond, out off the glass. Bouncing puck there, top of the circles, knifed away. And lifted all the way back out by Blake Drummond, and another delayed icing call here. 6:51 to go in the period, and a face-off. Talked a lot about the previous seasons at Tampa. No strangers to the regional tournament. Previously, as we talked to head coach Lance Tackett, previously they've been so accustomed to being the number 1 or 2 seed in the region that they skipped regionals entirely, go straight to nationals. Coach Tackett said it was humbling and gives the team a solid challenge here to kind of prove themselves in this regional tournament. Right now, Tampa proving their coach right. Behind the net, they'll bring this one out. They'll go to the air again, off the glove there of Luke Rudman. A fortuitous bounce picked up by the man there, the bouncing puck, Philip Marcianti. Off the boards, Ronan Egan's got it now. Again, both teams unable to get anything going here. They'll just keep flipping this puck up into the air, and Egan finally picks that puck up, but he stripped the possession. Tries to get it right back, but he can't hang on to it. Joseph Seiden sees this one come all the way back, picked up again. Bobby Van Duzen, 1 man against 3, just gonna let a long shot go, kicked out easily there. The rebound taken by the defenseman. Watched there by Ronan Egan. Egan playing some extended minutes here tonight. Seeing some second line center action. Now a chance again for 21 in red. Joseph Zeiden knocked down in front. The anti-Ronan Egan, Joseph Zeiden. Play it back, off sides, they'll have to wait. Touch back up, which gives Brian Soar an opportunity to throw this puck ahead. Glove down easily there by Josie Davis. Out at center ice, backhanded back in. Gamecocks will decide who's going to get this one. It's going to be Brian Soar. Soar's got some trouble here. Goes to Mecca. Cross-ice pass picked up off the skate of Zach Weeks. Chipped ahead there. Luke Rudman touches up. Weeks bodied off that puck there. Zach Weeks fortunately okay after a bit of a frightening knee-on-knee collision. Rudman works it through. Ian Carley tries to help. But Tampa's got this one. The Spartans move it back in. Chip this one past. Dylan Jacob got it. Into the corner. Jacob goes for a rough ride there with Carter Haynes. Final 5 here. We got a couple players sprawled out in the corner. And Cam Mecca's got it. Mecca tries to beat Davis out wide. Is he going to do it? The puck gets tangled up in the official's feet. The official goes down. The puck rolls free. Hawkinson after. Centering pass right around the front. Save made. Rebounded again. Stopped there by the goaltender. And loose again. Powderly after it. Looked like Salvatore Corralo had that one covered. And again, this one drifts in towards Lynch. Jacob. Fresh troops on now for South Carolina. Hawkinson can't settle that puck down again. Underwood brings this one on. 2-on-1 develops. Underwood in front to the backhand, and he scores. What a play by Logan Underwood. Second of the night. And with 4:24 to go here in period number 3, the score now 8-5. The question becomes, is that a backbreaker? Normally Johnny or Zach would chime in right about there. Right now, recent history dictates, yeah, that should be about it. But as anything about these Gamecocks, they love scoring late goals. Came back from a 6 or 7 goal deficit against Florida to tie it in the SEC tournament at the consolation game, but just falling short. This puck bought free. Oakley tries to center for Alex Siegfried. Backhanded up out off the high glass. Picked up by Matt Owen. Top of circle, lets one go. Bouncing puck settled down in front. Tried to poke that one is the goaltender Corralo. That puck just goes wide. Rolls off the end boards and covered on the side of that by Corralo. And now we've got more. Got a man wrapped up in front. The official will let him go. I don't think any more brawls will end up on any major sports outlets. Not in this game. If you were fortunate enough to see it, the tilt between South Carolina and Clemson ended up all over the place. ESPN, Barstool Sports, TSN, Bar Down, Spittin' Chicklets, all kinds of outlets. Gamecock hockey strikes the nation here last week. But now they struggle to get things together here in Huntsville. Under 4 minutes here in the third period. Bouncing puck settled by Blake Drummond. Thrown back into the far side corner where it can be taken there by the captain, Nick Kerslick. Kerslick out off the boards, bouncer. Rolls past the defenseman there, Tyler Oakley. Drifts back in, played by Zach Lynch. Open net there, a chance right around in front. Shoots one, just missed there. Miscommunication between Lynch and his defenseman almost makes it 9 for Tampa. Around it comes Van Dusen to the far side. This place pin drop silent here with 3 minutes to go in the period. Back around, centering pass goes unclaimed. Now take it back ahead by Nick Pizzo. And what is almost sure to be his final game in a Gamecock uniform. Similar for Bobby Van Dusen, who's got this puck. Slot shot, lets one go just wide. Brian Soar out there as well, Alan Surwa. Elects to throw the seniors out. Pizzo, Soar, Van Dusen. And now back in behind the Tampa net. They'll settle things down. Pushes up, head off the glove there of Rudman. Now going to be a chance back the other way. McCarthy alone. Fakes one a shot. He scores. Absolute filth from Matthew McCarthy. Wow. He turns Zach Lynch inside out, makes it 9-5 for Tampa. And regardless of the score, you got to respect that goal. That goal had a little bit of everything on it. The leg fake, toe drag, the backhander, anything you want. The hat trick for Matthew McCarthy. And what a way to get the hat. No hats on the ice here. Not for Cam Mecca, not for Matthew McCarthy. A bit of a disappointment here. We see a lot of hatted fans head for the exits here. 2:27 to go. 9-5 the score here. And again, the Gamecocks failed to perform in tournament play. 0-2 in Nashville. They'll only get one crack here, and they'll miss it. Cam Mecca, a waste of a hat trick opportunity for him as he gets taken down in the boards again. Cam Mecca all over the place. And when you're the fastest player on the team, you tend to attract the most attention from the opposition's heaviest hitters. Mecca looking for 4, sends one in front, knockdown, rebound, just pushed wide there by Matt Owen. McCarthy on the hat trick. Goals number 17, 18, and 19 on the season, and we got a delayed penalty here. They won't let him play. Brian Soar, less than thrilled with this one. As we're under 2 minutes to go here in this third period from Huntsville. Brian Soar heads towards the exit. That'll be it. Final game for Brian Soar. Played some crucial minutes, laid some heavy hits on, and fading away for Brian Soar to leave his Gamecock career in a heated discussion with the official, as he has for so many years here. Unfortunately, that Duncan Hickman was suspended for what would be his final game here. Hickman in the stands tonight, as for a brief moment was Evan Hoey. Hoey not a senior, but ejected from the game. We haven't seen Jake Tenji, although we know he's somewhere around here. Gamecocks are going to penalty. Soar will be penalized. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Soar's father on hand here to watch this one, as Brian Soar calls it a college career. Under 2 minutes to go here. And for a senior group that gave so much, you hope for a better result here. Offensive chance again for Tampa, right around in front, knocked down by Nick Pizzo. Pizzo, one of the greater two-way players here tonight. Chances offensively gained for South Carolina because of Nick Pizzo. And in the defensive zone, he's been an absolute shutdown player. He will finish, barring any goals here tonight. 4 goals and 6 assists for 10 points on the season in this 18-19 campaign for Nick Pizzo. Duncan Hickman, 2 goals and 8 assists for 10 points. Brian Soar, 1-8 for 9. Jake Tenji, 5 goals and 10 assists, 5 goals and 11 assists rather. He had one tonight, 16 points for him. Well over 65 points in a career. Moves him into the top 3 all-time in Gamecock history. Now a chance out wide. Knocked down into the dasher there. Cleared out off the glass to the point. Knocked down in front off the tip. Save made by Lynch, and a bouncing puck settled there. All over the place there. Somebody put a bar of soap into play there instead of a hockey puck. That puck slipping in and out of possession of Zach Lynch all the time. Some difficult pucks to handle here tonight for Lynch. And as the Gamecocks turn their attention towards next season, Zach Lynch and Kyle Gratzky in the net for South Carolina. A year of experience under their belt. The club, after a bit of a disappointing season here, they'll finish 10-9. But some solid foundation has been laid here for the future. And that should be the takeaway here. Cam Mecca brings this one on over the goal line, over the blue line rather. Bodied off the puck here. Cam Mecca's a freshman. Another silver lining here. 2-on-1 develops, 3-on-1 if they hurry. Right out wide by Weiss. Centering pass, knocked down in front. Weiss gets it back in rotation. They want the double digits here for Tampa. 44 to go on the man advantage. Point shot. Ritter lets one go. Save made there. Follow-up chance and a big save there by Lynch. He sprawls out. And this puck pitchforked up ahead by Zach Lynch. Under 30 to go. Zach Lynch just back to his feet. 20 seconds. And the Spartans after a turnover here, picked up by Nick Pizzo. Pizzo, heavy hit there. He's been all over the ice tonight. We've said his name, Jake Tenji's name, a lot. Bobby Van Duzen as well. As they will just sit in behind the net here, and that will do it. Your final score of the game here, the Gamecocks fall 9-5 to the University of Tampa here in the first round of the ACHA regional tournament. And that is it. Blake Drummond is expected to come back as a 5th year next season. But for Jake Tenji, Bobby Van Duzen, Nick Pizzo, Duncan Hickman, Brian Soar, that is it. A hard-fought battle towards the end, until the end rather. for all those men. Even Hickman unable to play tonight. Jake Tenji showed as much heart as you could want out of the captain. And a changing of the guard sure to come in the next few months for South Carolina. The juniors become the seniors and so on and so forth. The young guys become the leaders. We'll see who fills in where. And as the Gamecocks debut these white sweaters as a symbol of hope here for the future, a new beginning. Doesn't end quite the way they would have wanted, but again, a solid foundation laid here by these South Carolina Gamecocks. Final score of the game, University of Tampa 9, South Carolina 5. And that is it. That won't be it for us in this 2018-19 season, but that'll be it for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Give us a couple of minutes, we'll set things up, and we will bring you University of Miami against Kennesaw State. We thank you for joining us, and we'll give you a little break here. We'll come back here with a new game on the Capital City Sports Network presented by SGTV.